People get bored with the basics and they think it can't be this simple, Kerri. It can't be this simple. I promise you. I literally looked at him and said, we are going to earn millions in the next 2 years. Why? Because it's that simple. It was so simple that I saw it. It was the image of manager. And I thought, man, doesn't everybody love four people? We just help people get to manager. And then we help the people they love to get to manager. And the people they love. And before long, we've got directors and senior directors. And I didn't get bored with the basics when Steve Merritt told me, Kerri, you're going to put 20 on your right, 20 on your left. And then I realized everybody needs five managers on their right, five managers on their left, and they need five directors. Like that's whenever you can say, I'm building a business. In my opinion, when you go, I am building a business here, it's when you've built that foundation right there. Because now I'm telling you, your life is going to change in many different directions. But you are going to see not only have you built a solid foundation, you're building an empire because that's really the structure you need. And it's incredible as you start to see that and you go, okay, like I understand this now. And so it's not just that people get bored with the basics because the basics will get you wealthy, right? It's doing the same thing over and over and over and over and repeatedly and consistently that builds that compounding effect. But here's where the biggest lack is, and you have to know this, it's the follow-up. Because you know what people say? Well, I don't want to bug my friends. I don't want to bother them. I don't want to be a salesperson. And you make all the excuses. And I've had a couple of conversations this week that they go, God, do you know how heavy this thing is? Nope, it's actually really light. I mean, it's not heavy at all, right? That's a mindset. It's not heavy. Pick up the phone and change a person's life. Stop being selfish. Now, here's the thing about follow-up. You have to follow up with people and you have to follow up consistently. Now, don't be the annoying person that texts them or calls them every day. People don't respond to that. But every 4 to 6 weeks, if they've not responded to you about every 4 to 6 weeks, send them a testimony. Tell them you thought about them. Leave them a voice text. Call them. Do something. Stay in their life. I could tell you testimony after testimony after testimony of people that start a year later, 2 years later. I've got three of these now because we've been here almost 3 years. I can still look back and be like, oh, they never got started. And I'm constantly using them to follow up. But the truth is if you don't want to bug people and you don't want to be known as a salesperson, then don't. Lead with your heart. Care about people. Send them things that matter to them. Love on them consistently because I will tell you this, when something happens in their life, and listen, every circumstances change in everyone's life. When something happens, will you be the first thought, whether it's physically or financially? Because we've gotten the phone calls from friends that walked out of a doctor's office and instead of thinking, I got to do that, they picked up the phone and said, talk to me. Because we stayed in their life, because we kept sharing things with them. See, whenever somebody loses their job, I want to be the first phone call when they go, hey, what does it look like to build this thing? Because I've been sharing with them, updating them, right? You got to be consistent to have a check that's growing so that you can update people. Some people just need to know that you're real and that you're going to stick and stay and that you're going to be here when the time's right for them. So you just got to remember that. But if you don't ever follow up with them, let me tell you what people think about you. They think you were a one-hit wonder just trying to sell them something, and then when they didn't buy, you moved on. So care about people, love them, continue to follow up. And, we could talk for an hour about all the statistics out there that why advertising is so important, why advertising is so expensive, right? Because they know that it's somewhere between the seventh and 12th exposure that somebody actually responds. So companies spend millions of dollars on advertising. Nobody's advertising for you. LifeWave's not on commercials. They're not on TVs, right? Nobody's advertising. It's you staying consistent and true to caring about the people and staying in their space. And then I'm telling you, they respond to you when the timing's right for them. So, but you got to be here. You're not going to run out of people. There are 8.4 billion people on the planet with dormant stem cells, and they're unaware of it. So you've got to know we've got the answer to what they're looking for, and they don't even have a clue. And, I just think about this past week, the conversations, the private meetings with the doctors, just the different things of them saying, tell me more. They're on the edge of their seat. They're not, I'm like, I'm not here to listen to you. You need to listen to me. This is disruptive technology that is absolutely changing people's lives, and it's affordable, right? It's affordable for everyone. And so whenever you have that boldness, because you get to choose faith or fear, right? And we don't choose fear. We're fearless and unshakable because we know what we have our hands on. We know that people need it. but we have to present it in such a way that it is in like it is a matter of fact, you need this. And then if they don't respond immediately, that's okay. Keep loving on them. And so I think that'll really help you whenever you start to go, okay, I'm not going to get bored with the basics.